Okay, so hi, I'm Scott, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how Jane, a life coach who was stuck, overwhelmed, struggling to get clients, went from zero income to consistent 10k months and in just 84 days, which is 12 weeks. No fluff, no hype, just a clear, focused process. And if you're a coach who knows you're good at what you do, but your business just isn't reflecting that, then this is for you. So before I get into the things, and I'm going to keep it really simple, but let me introduce you to Jane. So Jane is a life coach who helps women create a life purpose and fulfillment. When we first connected, she was doing all the things, posting content, trying to be everywhere online, bouncing between offers, but none of it was converting into consistent clients or cash, right? So, and she maybe had a few low ticket clients here and there, but nothing close to sustainable income. And she really felt stuck, unclear on what to focus on, and had almost given up on the idea of making a full-time income from coaching, almost like it was a hobby now and that was it. So there was what I call the 3 key shifts that we went into this case study, which were really important to what we did. So the first one was mindset reprogramming, because when we started with this, because this, a lot of people programs miss this and don't cover this a lot, and I used to a lot before when I went in programs, all about, oh, do this, these steps and all that, but realized it was the ones that struggled are the ones who really didn't reprogram their mindset, because you've really got to, the subconscious mind kicks in with resistance and everything. So Jane had deep rooted beliefs around not being good enough, fear of being seen, charging low because she thought people wouldn't pay for her coaching, and I think this is quite common, where it's not just about, oh, I am worthy. There is some deep rooted stuff there around, because you're just doing a lot of great stuff. When you do work with people, you really are creating a massive transformation in people, and yeah, you're just not getting rewarded for that. Okay, so we use subconscious reprogramming exercises daily initially, in these, particularly in the first 7 days, just 30 minutes a day, not even that on some days, and within a week her confidence and energy shifted completely, and that started showing up differently online, and more importantly for her, believing that 10k months were possible. And that's the first part we had to do, is really that mindset reprogramming. The second step was that for her, offer clarity. So just write that a bit cleaner. So offer clarity, and also client attraction plan. And so next we just simplified her entire offer. No more helping everyone with everything, going from one thing to another. Jane got really clear on what I call the one method, her one offer, her one ideal client, and the one problem she solved. And we created a simple, irresistible free offer, magnetic offer, positioned to speak directly to women who were feeling lost or unfulfilled in life. And then she started talking about that every day in her content, her stories, and everything she was doing. And that message then finally landed, and the leads started coming in. So that was a real powerful shift change within that first 4 weeks, to get to that point of leads started coming in at the end of it, because we changed the whole messaging really, and it was just really getting really clear and getting clarity on that offer, and having a content plan that was aligned to that as well. Now the third part of this big 3 key shift was focused daily actions. So then moved into simple, high impact daily actions, what I call the 3x3 method. So mindset, audience building action, and client attraction action every day. So doing 3 of those things. So with here we had if you think about building a business, you've got to do three things. You work on your mindset daily, work on building your audience, and then work on actually generating clients. So my 3x3 method, it literally allows you to fulfill that on a daily basis in really simple, easy things. It also means that my system isn't a do this exact thing, which doesn't work for everyone. So because we use a 3x3 method and create this 3x3 method, the client attraction actions were very specific to what Jane didn't have resistance to, was okay doing and enjoyed doing, and that was really important. So no more busy work, just 3x3 simple actions repeated daily. And then what we saw by week 5 is that these leads had already started turning into clients, and by week 8 she had really gained a really good flow of clients by this time. And then by day 84, the 12 weeks, she hit her first month of £10,250 in revenue with no ads, no funnels, just clarity, focus and consistency. And that was the key to all of this. So these 3 key shifts were really important in terms of that mindset reprogramming, just really changing shift, really coming from a place of abundance rather than a place of lack, which there's a lot of videos about, but actually having 3 daily actions to do it in a short space of time really is important. The clarity, offer clarity, just one thing that she could focus on, just really made a big difference. So one offer, one ideal client that we worked towards, and just focused on that one problem that she could solve and that her program solved, and then creating the content around that, and also creating the content around everything led to this. Actually, here's this irresistible free offer that we created that then turn people into your connections into leads, and then we just had a simple invitation process that turned those leads into clients automatically. And that's where it really turned into really super powerful. And then we talk about the results. So the results were a really clear, simple, and if you know me, my thing is creating clarity through simplicity, it's the best thing, but we had a really clear, simple business model. None of this of, oh, should I do a membership, should I do this, do I do that? I think it was just a clear, simple business model, and saying focus on one thing to sell. If you like, one thing that you're promoting is super powerful, and this was the real key to this case study. The second part of this was the repeatable system for bringing in leads. So remember, we'd already kind of create a system. It's the simple process to turning leads into clients, you see. But if you want to get to that 10k months, you've got to have leads, because you get leads first of all and concentrate on people. And all leads are is people that have put their hand up, so, oh, I'm interested in what you're talking about and what you offer. Okay. And then with them leads is then having a simple process which we created for Jane, which then turned that into clients easily. So she didn't have to feel like she was being really salesy. This is something I really do teach my clients around, how to generate clients without feeling salesy, without being pushy, without being over the top, right? Okay, and using sort of tactics that might feel really, not great for you. So all of this, and then the third one, which was really important, was the result. Her main result was her first 10k month, which was huge, right? And most importantly, it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't like, oh, we just manifested one sale that was 10k and that was it. It wasn't a fluke. All of this now, for her, meant that she knows how to repeat this process over and over again. Okay, so she knows all of this gave her, these results gave her, and everything that we worked on with the 3 key shifts meant that she knows how to repeat this process. And this is important because what this gives you then is that, so now she's got control over her income. So, and you'll probably relate to this if you're watching this video. The reason why you're clicking this might be because you'll probably relate to this around just not knowing when your money's coming in. You have clients here and there, you think you finally cracked it because you get a few clients, and then nothing for weeks and whatever months, and then you feel like you're going back to square one all the time. Because of these 3 key shifts and the system we've put in place and this simple business model, and she knows how to repeat this process, that you got control over that, her income, over your income that's coming in. She knows that if she does a daily, the 3 times 3 method daily on a regular basis, 4 out of 5 times a week on a day basis, then it's going to bring in that money. And it doesn't take a lot to implement these 3, but literally if you've got an hour a day maximum, that's all you'll need. Okay, and knows that if she does that 4 or 5 times a week, that she's easily going to start bringing in 10k a month. And knowing that actually if she wants a bit of rest and she can only do that twice a week, yeah, that's great, but it still knows that it'll bring in sort of somewhere between sort of 3 and 5k a month. So she's in total control of her income because she knows a simple process that works. And more importantly, oops, let's come out of that. This is what she said. So before this program, I was so close to quitting. I knew I was meant to help people, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work as a business. This gave me focus, belief, and a simple system that finally worked. 10k months felt impossible before, but now they're my new normal. Okay, so that's where the mindset shift really was a change over, right? So really made that shift in actually coming from a place of abundance rather than a place of lack and all that stuff. I'm very spiritual, and I love other stuff, and I do a lot of spiritual stuff, a lot of mindset stuff around spiritual awakening and awareness and abundance and everything, and that energy shifting and your frequencies, and it makes a big change. But with that on its own, you need it doesn't really work. You need the process then and the system that then helps you put that into place. But when you're coming from that place of abundance, then things start to really click really well. And I mean that's pretty for a lot of people that are in her position are similar things. So hello, I try to make this as simple as possible and give you an insight of what's possible. If Jane's story really resonates with you, and if you're a coach, you're good at what you do, but the clients and income just aren't flowing, then I have a 10k in 84 days program. Well, the input of it is actually was going to change the title because Jane's one was actually she completed it after 11 weeks, but the program is already called 10k in 84 days, and I think some people obviously complete it earlier and quicker and whatever like that. But but to keep it aligned with my one offer, my one message is that we just put kind of in 84 days. So 10k in 84 days program is saying that this really resonates you, and is keep it as simple as possible. It's £500 for the full 12-week experience. So I'm with you along that step, every step of that way. It's designed. The program is designed to make success is inevitable with simple repeatable steps. So it's designed to make success inevitable, which is really important, because I really got into thinking about some people got success, some people didn't with my programs, and I wanted to make a program where, hey, we do this, we can align it to you, and it's inevitable, right? And it really is with them, because with simple, repeatable steps. And that one as well is, it's fully aligned to you. And this is important, because this is why I feel like a lot of programs, so every coach that comes to me have joined other programs, and they've all been high-end ones or whatever like that, and they just haven't worked, right? And the reason why a lot of it is because it's not aligned to them. It's like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that, and if you don't do all the steps exactly as it is, then it doesn't work. And there's bound to be something in them steps that you've just got too much resistance to. It might be, you know, you need to do ads, you need to do this, you need to do, no, right? Because we're fully aligned to you. So we need to create what I've done with the system is where it's fully aligned to you is the 3x3 method. Is them 3 actions that you do for your mindset, the 3 actions we're doing each day to build the audience, and the 3 actions we're doing to turn our audience into clients. They'll come from there'll be lots of suggestions that I'll give you, but you'll do the 3 things in those which are, and then 3 things that you'll do on a daily basis will be different than the ones that I do. They'll be different than the ones that Michael does, right? They'll be difficult to the ones that Sharon does. Everyone has the different ones because it's aligned to you, and I feel that's where this 10k in 84 days program, for me, is probably the best thing I've added, because it gives you that aligned to you, and that makes it a lot better. So content wise, you know, if you don't feel like you can do reels every day all day long, and you don't have to, there's other ways of doing it. Okay, and the biggest bonus of this whole 10k native of things is you get, which is important, you get direct access to me. You get direct access and support from me. Really important. I've joined a lot of programs and coaches, and had a lot of coaches and programs and all that over the last sort of 6 years really. And what the last sort of couple of years is where I've joined high-end programs because of the person that's promoting the program, and then when I'm in the program, I don't get access to them. I get access to one of their coaches, right? And I'm going to get access to them, and that's left, you know, for me that's been a big thing that really frustrated me in a few programs here. And that's why, even though this is not my full one-to-one service, that you can have your full one-to-one service with me, which is 2.5k, but with this program it's a program that is designed for people that have been in programs before, that really in a situation where they can't afford to invest in a high-end package or one-to-one coaching with someone, and so this is a better alternative, but you still get access and support directly with me. So the messages that come back are directly from me, access to me, and that is, for me, was really important. So that's the program. If this resonates with you, and I'll put the link in the description with the PDF in the description, so you can have a read of it, the Word document. And if you want to message me with any questions, or message me 10k and I'll send you the info to it. Okay, as simple as that. I hope this helps. Any questions, put in the comments and I will personally answer them. And any other things, if you're interested in the program, then get in touch with me separately and I'll share the details with you. And it's simple as that. It won't be no hard sell. If it's right for you, it's right for you. If it isn't, it isn't. Okay, hope that helps. See your success. See you soon.